how do you feel yourself now here in Hungary?
Hot.
Hot.
Why is it so hot here? It's hot here today.
Do you know what I want to know? Is it very stinky and hot?
Yeah.
Behind your mask?
Yeah, it stinks behind here.
I would smell it so badly.
This is a new one, but it's only, what, a couple weeks old, and it already stinks.
I heard you have new masks. Why did you change the previous ones?
Bored.
And what's your mask now? So what is it?
It's this one.
Yeah. What does it represent?
Not me.
Then what?
I don't know, it's just kind of an evolution. You know, mine kind of started off as like sort of a Jester's kind of mask. Mm-hmm. And you know, every album I kind of just do little changes, and this is kind of what I ended up with. Kind of an afterthought. I didn't really put too much thought into this one because I didn't really want to change it much from the last record.
Yeah.
No, you know, it started out as kind of, you know, Clown did it at a rehearsal before I had joined the band.
Yeah.
And, you know, him and Joey were kind of in a spat or whatever, and he threw that clown mask on and he was just staring at Joey while he was playing his drums, and Joey was like, oh my gosh, we gotta do that. That's fucking, that's sick, you know. So it kind of sort of evolved from that, and then, you know, at the time the band came around, we wanted to kind of do everybody's so hung up on image, and, you know, you gotta have a pretty face, and, you know, in the 70s, bands weren't like that. I mean, they were just artists, and it wasn't so visual. And Rudy was so hung up on the visual that almost became more important than the art and the music. And it was kind of an anti-statement that I guess you could say in some ways backfired a little bit, you know? But whatever, it is what it is. And for me personally, on stage, I'm a pretty awkward and reserved human being for the most part. And when I put this on, it's almost like a shield.
And you mentioned the previous 20 years. So what was your craziest experience on stage, which you won't forget?
Craziest experience on stage was probably years and years ago in Hamburg, Germany. We decided to play the song Iowa, but we were going to try to extend it out to make it like 45 minutes to an hour long, and then follow it up with like 2 or 3 songs from the first record. And it was a bad idea. Because I think we played Iowa for like all of maybe 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know what to play after that because everybody was messed up and the crowd rioted and they were burning our shit outside. And, you know, luckily Herman the German, a friend of ours from Germany, was there. He's like a wrestler guy, security guy. He like made a line of security guards and got everybody out. And that was pretty gnarly. I mean, definitely not one of our prouder moments, but you know, those people that were there that night, even though they got, you know, sort of sold short on the show, they saw something that nobody else would ever get to see, you know, so.
The bands which have only male members, they usually have a lot of groupies and female fans. So what about you? Do you have groupies?
No, everybody in our band's married. We're all old.
Yeah, but that doesn't exclude the groupies.
No, I mean, there's no time for that. I mean, we've been, hell, this tour alone, we've been flying everywhere. I mean, you get off stage and you got just enough time to get cleaned up before you have to leave and go to the next show. So, I mean, that's not really what this band has ever been about anyways. So, you know, I mean, there are people that come around. I mean, certain guys in the band that are single have friends that they hang out with and things like that. But it's not like, it's not a motivating factor of why we do what we do.
Can you burn out after 20 years?
I suppose you can. I still feel like I have a lot of things to try to do. You know, I don't feel like we've done everything yet. You know, I want to keep learning how to write music and improve that skill. And it's, you know, it's like painting. It's an art form, and I really enjoy doing that. And I really enjoy playing live. I mean, once the thrill of all that starts going away, then I think that's probably about the time to pack it in. But right now, it's, you know, I still get an adrenaline rush from it, and I still get excited about, you know, creating something new and working with all the guys in the band to make it a reality, and you know, that's still really exciting to me. So.
What inspires you?
Everything.
And when you're creating,
it could be anything from an old song that I've heard to an anxious feeling to the feeling of like I'm not working. I need to be working, you know, and that will inspire me sometimes, or sheer boredom can be inspiring as well. You know.
When I googled after you today, I read that all of the band members are big trolls. So if an interviewer, like if somebody asks you dumb questions, you are trolling them, and all of the reporters are so afraid of you.
I forgot to do that.
Yeah. Why do you do that usually with the band?
Maybe you shouldn't believe everything you read on the internet.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. And what do you think? What can you give for the world after 20 years? So what's Slipknot now?
It's a culture. It's still an evolution. It's a story. It's my life, and you know, I've given my life to Slipknot, and Slipknot is giving its life, you know, to everyone. Come along.
I was talking to Papa Roach today, and they said once they had to sign a baby. So a fan was holding a baby. Please give me an autograph for my baby. Do you have a story like that? So what did you have to sign?
No, we don't get anything like cool like that. I think we had a guy bring a pig heart in once, and he took a bite out of it and swallowed it. And I think he tried to have us sign the pig heart, but it's,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's just the nature of the band. You know, it is what it is.
Which is your favorite tattoo on your body, and why?
None of them. They're all prison tattoos, and I wish I hadn't gotten any of them. Actually, I think I have one here that I kind of like a lot. This one here in the ditch. Marcus Kuhn did this one, and it was just a walk-in, but it's like just really good lines, and it didn't really, you know.
Yeah, that's nice.
Didn't scar up, or it's a very old one too, and it still looks really new, you know.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's probably my favorite one.
Did you see any Slipknot tattoos on fans?
I have, not today. I haven't. But I have, yeah.
And what do you think if people are tattooing your?
I think it's crazy that people that are that into it. I mean,